Welcome back, guys, to another new episode of GetRealShow, your favorite YouTube show. And today we bring you good tidings. What are we talking about today? Why do people feel so entitled to your money? I have amazing people right here in the studio. See you in a jiffy. Welcome back, guys. I told you I have amazing people right here in the studio. On my far left, I have your boy David Tunji. And on my immediate left, I have your lady Aisha. Yoli, but I love to call her Aisha.
Call me that.
On my right hand side, I got the young Mandela, Ori. And don't forget, it's your boy Victor Chibuzo. Guys, what are we talking about today? Why do people feel so entitled to your money? I will start from Ori. Ori, what do you have to say about this topic?
Well, maybe I should go like, it's very annoying to be, to put your level in a level like entitlement to anybody's money. I don't do it, and I don't feel like it's right for people to be doing it. Yes, you may need help, and you seek for help. That's normal. And if the person is willing to do, fine. And if he's not willing to do, maybe your help is not in that person's hand at that moment. So you keep moving, but not to be so adamant that the person must give you something, is a must, even at all, chichi, even if that's, no, baba, no. But you can seek for help, fine. But to be entitled that is a must, or that person, no, I'm not after that. That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't switch well with me.
Okay. Well, mind blowing. Let me go to TJ. Dave, I know you have been calculating like you have been like. So let's hear you.
Whoever that is entitled on people's money, they are crazy. You're just.
That's how you level.
Yeah, you're sick in the head. If you have an, excuse me, if you have an adult, I get it. The only people who are entitled to be, who are supposed to be entitled, are your kids. Yeah, at a certain age. Yeah, my parents can be entitled to my money. My kids need to be entitled to my money. So if you think you're a sister or a brother, you're entitled to my money, then you should check your brain. Yeah. And it's so disrespectful. It's so painful that, we are, and it's killing us as Africans, especially the men. True. And, with all due respect to the women, I'm not saying that we don't have women who also take responsibility for their family. But I'm just trying to say, it's much more in a man when a man is growing up in an African home, especially if you're a firstborn, there is so much responsibility on you, that you have to try to be there for A, be there for B, be there for C, because you want stability and balance. But, you get to a point where now the people who you are trying to raise also, are not sensitive or sensible to know that, look, whatever he is doing for us or she is doing for us needs to come from a place of help and gratitude and love. True. Not me saying, you hear things where someone will tell you, or maybe you just buy yourself a new pair of shoes, because it's difficult for you to even reward yourself these days. When you just decide to reward yourself, I'm like, okay, I just, see a pair of sneakers and I buy for myself, and you're like, oh, this sneakers is cute. And you hear someone saying, oh, I thought you said you don't have money. Yeah. Are you serious? I don't have money for you. I have money for myself. You know what I mean? Yeah. So whoever that is entitled, I have a lot of things to say, in the course of the show. But at this point, anyone who is entitled to someone's money as an adult, they need to check your brain.
It's true. And Yoli?
Well, I feel like Dave said, it depends on what role you play to that person. Obviously, a child is still entitled to your money because they don't have means to support themselves, and as well as our parents. When our parents reach a certain age where they can't work or anything else, and they didn't save up to retirement or whatever, then they are entitled to your money. Because they've brought you to where you are. Well, that's how I feel. However, also, I do believe it also depends whether are you guys dating or married. And at some degree, I do feel that in a marriage, your wife, is partly entitled to the money that we share in the household, right? And I also, when Dave was speaking and when I first heard the topic, I thought about this other movie that I once watched, and it's called Economy. I don't know if you guys have watched it. And in that scenario, I genuinely feel that that woman was entitled to his money, you know, even if they had broken up or whatever the case might be. But I mean, we've watched that relationship grow, you know. It's sort of the same means that somebody who was your mother would
You're
have
speaking
taken
about
care
her
of
right
you.
now,
You know
right?
what I mean? I mean, that woman really sacrificed a lot. If we look at it, she really, you know, helped the guy to live,
Get
to
set up.
believe in his dream. You know what I mean? So when he makes it, whether or not we together or apart, I felt as if somehow she was entitled to all
No,
that.
but he did
you
did
know?
offer him some money. She didn't take it.
Yeah, also, but remember, the money that he was offering, right? It does not really, there's no money that could repay, because she really did it genuinely from the bottom of her heart. There's no money that could repay all that. You know, how do you incentivize somebody who's shown you gratitude in times of need? You can't incentivize that person. You know, you can share that dream. Hence, she wanted to be a part of that dream. I don't think she was also focused on the money. She was also focused on the lifestyle and the life they had to live together. You know, the life that they promised each other outside of the certain bracket that he was giving. You know what I mean? And also, I also feel like, yeah, no, I don't think that it could have been a check situation. Let's settle. I don't believe that. So I feel somehow she was entitled to a whole lot more.
Should be out of it because family constitute father, mother, and children, right? So your wife should be entitled to your money because you guys are together, you are one. So that one should be out of the equation.
Yes.
And the children, you understand? And now maybe your parent comes in. That's your responsibility when they are old and you feel like you understand. So those things should be coming in. But we are talking about situation. I feel like we are talking about the situation whereby maybe you are on a social media, maybe or your social media message just pumping one day, picking a friend or someone, like saying, okay.
Oh, obviously, why would they? Why would they even think they feel entitled?
These are the things.
No,
See,
that is. You see the look you have now. That is how sad and how deep it is.
No, guys.
People like you can't even. Okay, in my community, in my own community, you see how difficult it is now, right, Julie? It's even difficult for. Okay, let me be honest. Yeah, every once in a while I do get people like that, but I'm not gonna lie. Every once in a while, but I know people who are constantly being, you know, pressured and so much tensed with that because there are people now. If you post a new picture, you need to be ready to pay a certain amount of money to help people. Just a picture. I'm being honest with you. If you post a story now,
What's the relationship with you and these people?
No, the thing is, Yoli, the thing is, what David is saying is true. Like, if people that knows me very well, I'm off Facebook for a reason. Because why? Whenever you post something on Facebook, you got a lot of DMs, like from people that you know. If you check very well, they're doing actually fine. But it's just because they felt like you are in diaspora, that you're making it more than them and all that. They keep on bombarding you with a lot of.
Sometimes the issue is not whether you are in diaspora because even in Nigeria, I use Nigeria because that's where I live. You are in one place, you go to another place. Once they see your level that is beyond, they want to get something.
So, and another thing is, those people that always feel entitled to people's money, rich people's money, the fact still remains that if you even do 99% of good things to them, when it comes to the one that you yourself, you're struggling, you can't even fulfill the last one. Now the whole thing you have done is trash. I'm telling you. I've starved around people, rich people. I never feel entitled to their money because why? My father used to tell me, like, I have rich uncles, right? I know my background. Do you understand what I mean? But I learned from my parents that they don't owe me nothing.
Exactly.
Do you understand? If someone wants to help you, it's just a grace that the person wants to help you. Not because you want the person to always give you, always give you, always give you, always give you. Some people are relaxing. I have an employee that always talk about the uncle, right? Any small thing, no, I'll ask my uncle. And I called him one day. I said, bro, do you know that your uncle have a problem? Your uncle got family. Your uncle got his own things to do. And when you find out, that if the uncle didn't do what he asked when he comes to work is the topic is about he got money, he don't want to help, he always do like that. And I feel like no, man, because you know the fact still remains that people will still, as we're talking about this, people will still be entitled to people's money because they always feel like you owe me. Do you get what I mean? You owe me. We are friends. You owe me.
That's very foreign.
But do you get it?
Yeah, but and it's even entitlement is actually even not on money alone.
Yes.
Yeah.
People get entitled to how you should live your life.
Yes.
You
They
what I
get,
mean?
they get entitled to what you need to be doing now, how you need to be
Yeah.
doing it for
At a
them.
certain point, I stopped going out also because people not like you said, it's not always about money, but it's always about carrying you along. There's some things I can want to tell you. Okay, Yoli, we just go out for this and that and that. Allow me to be the one to tell you less. Don't force me like you don't know my situation. You don't even know where I am if I'm under someone. You get what I mean? But you felt like, why didn't you tell me you're going to this place and all that? I don't get it. Like people always feel you owe them. Do you get what I mean?
Yoli, wait, if I could cut in quickly. Yoli, I have a question. There is a scenario that I just remembered in my head now. So, Yoli, is this an entitlement when you're trying to know a person, and then now this is a male and a female thing, and then the person don't even know what, like you guys haven't even spoken to a certain level where the person know your financial ability and your capacity. Then you're like, okay, Yoli, can we go to, for example, one of those, places? I don't want to mention their name because they didn't pay us for the advert. So now, so if I take it, if I'm like, okay, Yoli, can we go have fun in spot A?
Yeah.
Now, if you now coming back to me to say, no, I don't want to go to spot A, I want you to take me to spot B. Is that not an entitlement?
It is. It is.
No, no, I want to hear it from a female. Is that an entitlement?
Well, it also depends, right? It also depends. You voluntarily wanted to take them out, right? Did you
what I'm
initiate
saying.
this?
Yeah,
You initiated
yeah, like
it.
I'm
You want to
saying-
take
wants
out
to
this
spot
person.
A
All right.
I want to take you
Yes,
out for
yes,
dinner tonight.
yes.
And then you ask me, oh, where are we going there? I'm like,
Yes.
oh, we're going to spot A.
Yes.
And then you be like, oh, no, I don't want to go to spot A. Take me to spot B.
Or you don't like to go.
And I'm the one
Oh,
spending.
I don't think that's an entitlement. I think that's a preference. I think that's a preference. Also, remember, you must also understand the person that you're dealing with. If their surroundings are not spot
Okay,
A and she doesn't feel
it's a
comfortable with
preference
spot A,
to a
and her
certain way.
preference is spot B, you need to respect that and you need to deal with that. The conclusion is to you. Are you the person who likes to take people to spot B, or are you comfortable, or are you financially secure enough that you can take people to spot B? If not, then this person is not the caliber that should be taking out.
Okay,
so
so I'm saying
that's
now,
the
so
conclusion
is
that
the
you need to
person-
make for
is
yourself.
the
That
person not
person doesn't
supposed
feel entitled.
Oh, okay, so is the person not supposed to consider
No.
that I'm not going to...
The reason why.
But I feel like it's not about the money in that aspect, because if you want to take someone out, you probably too, you should be able to ask for that person's opinion. Where do you want to go to? You know, have you been so there must be an idea, like, you know. So yeah, it's not as if about the money that maybe the place you are going is more expensive and the place you're taking. No, is maybe what you wanted to see at that moment is in that place that you know. So
Okay, guys, do you know I've known a wealthy person that he doesn't like to people to see him like he's a giver, right? But then people around, they're like, he doesn't want to help people. You understand what I mean? He doesn't want to. He have money. He doesn't want to help people. But this man actually is doing more than what people think he's not doing, because when you look at someone, you see this person need to work very hard. When people are not working very hard, they always focus on other people's wealth.
Yeah.
People around you, they're not working very hard. This person is physically fit in all angle, but then is the type of person that whenever it's payday, bro, let's go out, you got paid. Like, dude, I have things I have to do with my money. Do you get what I mean? So they always feel like, hence, you're working in a company B that is well known, so you're getting more money. Do you get what I mean? And then now they always tag on you when it's payday. How is it? Is it not entitled to what you're earning, to your salary?
Also, why are they targeting your payday? Like, I don't
Do you get it? We have people.
Like, I
We
don't
have people.
understand.
They
Why do
do
you
that.
measure on people's payday?
They
That's
do that,
bad.
and when you talk, they will be like, "No, you know you earning more than me.
I'm actually always broke on payday. So if somebody budgets my payday, like they're so out of tune.
Yeah, and you know, I realized also lately that there are people who are actually okay, but they are so addicted to eating from you.
Exactly.
It is
Yes.
very sad. Like,
Oh,
it's very,
that's bad.
yeah, like,
That's
it's
very.
very, like,
That's
they are-
actually. You know what that is? Actually, it's not even. It's actually greed.
oh,
It's very much greed.
Goes with greed.
Yeah, entitlement goes with greed.
Entitlement goes with greed.
It's
You
very
must-
much greed. It's
must learn
you.
how to deal with them.
You are greedy. That person is greedy and very, very selfish.
That's me. I learn how to deal with those people. You can ask. If I don't have, I don't have. Whatever entitlement. Because if my mother asks for anything, if I don't have it at that moment, once I tell my mom, I don't have it, my mom will still be praying for me. Ah, baby, my son, God will provide for you. I know if you have it, you will give it to me. But someone else will now come from another angle, and I will now tell the person I don't have it, will be still like, at all, I bad, Baba, even if now some 1,000, something they worry you. And you think I will reply you, I'll just ignore your message and go. You see that I read your message, but I'm not going to respond anything. You can't do anything. If you like, go to the shrine. That's your problem.
so entitled that like I've you know, you ever been I know a lot of my friends watch the show. You know, have you ever been in a situation where, like, now Ori is married, has kids, right? Now Ori can be so entitled to my money
Yeah.
that when anything happens, Ori just call me up on the phone. I'm like, hey Dave, your children are at home. They are not going to school. Now, my children, do you see how it is? He is the biological father of the kids. Now he's calling me to say, hi Dave. It's just like you calling me to say, hi Dave, your baby Zara is at home. She's not going to school, or she hasn't been in school. And he gets so expanded to the point that they can even tell you, oh, hi Dave, your wife. And Dave is here. I'm even single. I don't even have married yet. They go like, oh Dave, your wife is very sick. Your wife need money for business. So this thing is crazy. It's difficult to be an
But
African.
you know, sometimes I know there's girls out there, and I'm also a victim of that. When I don't like a guy, I just pretend like I'm entitled to his money. I just ask for like ridiculous
So
things,
just for him to
just
go.
so that he can go away. I'm just like, oh, by the way, I just need this.
But do you know that some other guys, when they give you things, they feel like you are collecting it, accepting it. They feel like, okay, you have a room for them. You have given them a chance.
No, but you know, if you like, for example, the rule with this, right, is that most guys they feel pressured if you do things like that, right? But if that one agrees in doing what you ask for, then you must ignore that one. You know what I mean?
No,
then that's where you're just
I like
like, oh
what
my
you
goodness.
just
Then
said.
you're
I
just
like
like
what you
ignore,
just
you know?
And I think a lot of people, they are taking advantage of people like us that when we have, you wouldn't
Yeah.
even know.
Yes.
You know, there's people when they're passing through a lot, they don't even have, but you wouldn't know. But
Yeah.
you always think they have.
Yeah.
And when you ask the person, say, no, I don't have.
Yeah.
You feel so angry. You feel like
Who
this
feels
person
angry?
is
The person who's asking?
the person that is asking. You
Yeah.
feel like he doesn't want to help me. I don't know if you get my point. The
Yes,
person have
yes,
been
I
helping
do, I
you.
do.
The person also have is facing a lot, because there's people when they're passing through a lot, you won't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get my point. You
Yeah,
just
yeah.
see them the same way you see
Yeah.
them when they have money.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you get what I
Yes,
mean?
yeah.
So they contain what they're passing through.
Yeah.
But then someone
then
that
it
is
appears
entitled
that
to
they
them
can
will be
still-
like,
yeah.
you know, okay guys, I just wanna ask this Dave, what can you say, or what advice can you give to someone out there who's watching us? Maybe, you know, some people don't know that they're feeling so entitled to people's money. They will be like, no man, this is my paddy, this is my friend, without knowing that you've been so entitled to this person's money or this person's wealth. And then you felt like, no, because he's your friend. I don't know if you get my point.
Yeah.
What advice can we give to such people, like, so that they don't feel people owe them? They don't feel their friends owe them.
So you mean people who are entitled now?
Yes.
Anybody who is entitled as an adult, 18 years and above, you need to go check your brain.
Okay.
This is 2022. I mean, if someone is not your husband, somebody is not your father, somebody is not your caregiver. If you are an adult, you shouldn't be entitled to anything. And entitlement is so deep, and if care is not taken, it goes down and turns to animosity against people who don't actually do you anything. That's how deep it can go. The moment you start looking at someone, you feeling entitled that this is what this person should be doing for you at a time, or this is what they are supposed to be doing for you. It is impossible. You've even incapacitate yourself, your ideas, what you can do for yourself, and your drive. Because if I wake up every day knowing that nobody owes me anything,
It's true.
so, and it helps you to even know that if Victor is living a particular kind of life, or Victor is, I have trained myself to know that, Victor, I'm happy for you. I have a good spirit to whatever going on in your life. You deserve it. A lot of my friends know when they share positive news around me, I'm telling you right here, you deserve everything that is happening to you. You know, because it helps me to totally focus, dependent, and have confidence in the higher power, which is God. That I wake up every day knowing that even if I don't have rands in my pocket, I understand that God is working something out for me.
Yeah.
So I don't have to be gazing or bothering what Ori need to do. So if Ori comes and help along the way, God is good. But if nobody comes, I'm focused and, you know, just out there, you need to cut that shit out. Don't be entitled to anybody's money. If they are not your parent, the person is not your wife, your husband, or your caregiver, you need to focus and just keep your own drive. And I'm sure the higher power will come through for you.
Shirley, what do you have to say to people, like advice?
Well, I just say they should just, like read up more on emotional intelligence, because that boosts you as a person. I mean, emotional intelligence is very vast. It teaches you how to behave, emotionally to certain things, and especially when it comes to finances. Like, if you're at a stage where you feel entitled to people's money, you are at a very low stage, because that's not a healthy way of just living life.
True.
So
Ori,
just
what do you have to say, just briefly?
Nobody owns you anything.
That's what you have to say. And also, and what I have to say is that there is a couple of people that if people are doing something for you, you need to appreciate. Pray for people around you though, because it takes grace. You can be praying for someone's success, the person will always remember you. He or she doesn't owe you anything, but it takes grace. It takes a giver to give. But when you give in, people that they're just asking you for just asking sake.
Yeah.
I don't know. Someone like me, I have a spirit of
Also
discernment.
must be careful, Victor.
That's what I'm saying.
This is
That's what I'm saying.
2022. If you keep giving and not watering yourself, you're going to lack. Bruh. Give us lack in 2022. If you give and empty yourself, guys.
Guys, don't stop giving. Don't listen to
I
them,
didn't,
okay?
I didn't say stop giving,
The reason why
but
The
don't.
hand that gives is the hand that
Yo, 2022, you will go walk naked.
We have spirit of discernment. There's a story someone will bring to you for help. You just listen to this person. You'll be like, okay, I will get back to you. You already know this person is just talking nonsense.
But don't over help.
No, you just have to be smart, because we always talk about helping people, because the person who helped me to give me, maybe through God, to give me the platform, even the one I'm using today, it's someone who I never related with. It saw me as a child, small boy, very agile, working, and he took over since 1997. Paid my school fees, brought me to Lagos, put me in his company, do a lot of things for me. It has been marvelous, So I will continue to mention his name all through my life. So you can do the same, but not for people to be entitled. I wasn't entitled to his money. He saw me as a little boy who is eager to become something in life, and he imparted my life. So
Givers should keep giving, but be smart, because takers will not stop taking. That's my advice.
Also, that's just a very touching story. It's very nice. I love to hear stories like that.
We have people like that. Yo, guys, you heard what amazing crew have to say about this. And you out there, if you also feeling entitled to someone's money, someone's wealth, it's about time you have to stand up, keep your head up, work so hard, and know nobody owes you nothing. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. GetRealShow is where you learn a lot. It's a place where you learn how your kids can even behave in the society. Don't touch that dial. See you in the next episode.